Starting a business can be both an exciting and intimidating venture, especially when it comes to navigating the legal aspects. One of the first legal steps in establishing a limited liability company, or LLC, is creating a written operating agreement. This document isn't just another piece of paperwork. It's a vital contract that sets the foundation for your business's internal operations, rules, and processes. But why is it so important? An LLC operating agreement differentiates your business from a simple sole proprietorship, offering a shield to protect your personal assets from being entangled with your business liabilities. Even though the majority of states do not mandate that LLCs have a formal operating agreement, it is usually advised because it can clear up any confusion. By the way, if you would like to get help in creating an operating agreement for your LLC, I recommend you sign up with Northwest Registered Agent by clicking my affiliate link down in the description of this video. They're professionals and they'll be able to help you out with any legal questions you have. Plus, clicking on my link doesn't cost you anything extra and it helps me support the channel. And with that in mind, let's get started. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds complex, but let's simplify it. Here's how you can craft your LLC operating agreement in 5 easy to follow steps. Step number 1, determine ownership percentages. First things first, you will need to list down everyone involved in the LLC, which includes writing out their names, addresses, and what role they play in the company. This is just to make sure we know who all the players are. Once that's clear, the next big thing to talk about is ownership. Think of your LLC like a pie. When you start an LLC, everyone brings something to the table, money, skills, or time, and in return, they get a slice of the pie. The size of each slice depends on what everyone agrees upon. Some might put in more money and get a bigger piece. Others might bring invaluable expertise and earn their share that way. It's all about finding balance that feels right to everyone involved. You'll need to have a good, open discussion about this because it's super important. After you've all agreed, write down these percentages in the agreement. Make sure it's crystal clear how big each person's slice of the pie is. This prevents any confusion or disagreements later on. Remember, this part is the foundation of your business relationship, so it's worth spending time to get it just right. Don't rush through this step. Make sure everyone is 100% on board with the ownership distribution. Finally, having this written down in an official document makes your agreement strong and clear, setting the tone for your business's future. Step number 2, spell out rights, responsibilities, and pay. Now, on to the next big part, figuring out who does what, who gets to decide things, and how everyone gets paid. Every member of your LLC will have a specific role, and it's crucial to write these down. For instance, who handles the daily operations, who looks after the finances, and who is in charge of marketing. Each role comes with its own set of responsibilities. Make sure these duties are clear to avoid stepping on each other's toes. Then, there's the matter of voting on big decisions. How much say does each person have? Usually, it's tied to ownership percentages, but you can decide differently if you all agree. It's also important to talk about money, not just how the business makes money, but how you all get paid from it. Will members draw a regular salary or get paid based on how well the business does? This part is all about protection, making sure everyone's rights and responsibilities are laid out so there's no confusion or unfairness. Think of it as setting the rules for how you all work together, ensuring everyone knows what's expected and what they're working towards. It's also about respect, showing that every member's contribution is valued and rewarded fairly. Ensuring all these details are written down means there's a reference point for any future disputes or misunderstandings. Taking the time to get this right helps build a strong, united team where everyone feels valued and motivated. Step number 3, define terms of joining or leaving the LLC. Businesses evolve and so do the people in them. It's normal for members to come and go over time. That's why it's crucial to have clear rules about how new members can join the LLC. What steps do they need to follow? What do they bring to the table? Similarly, there should be straightforward guidelines for when someone wants or needs to leave. What happens to their share of the business? Can they sell it? And if so, to whom? You'll also need to think about what triggers someone leaving, retirement, deciding to move on, or more unfortunate circumstances. It's a bit like planning for the unexpected. Having a plan in place makes these transitions smoother. This section should cover how the rest of the members can buy out the departing member's share. Plus, what say does the leaving member have in business decisions after they announce their departure? Detailing the joining and leaving process protects the business and the remaining members, ensuring the company can continue running smoothly. This foresight can prevent potential conflicts or confusion, making sure everyone's on the same page. It's about being fair to everyone involved, whether they're coming or going, and keeping the business's best interests at heart. Having these terms written out gives everyone peace of mind, knowing there is a plan in place for these situations. Step number 4, establish dissolution terms. Thinking about ending your business when you're just starting might seem odd, but it's a smart move. You need to plan for how to close down the business if the time comes. This includes deciding how to handle any debts the business has. It's not just about debts though. You also need to figure out what to do with anything the business owns. You'll want to detail how the remaining assets are divided among members. It's also important to specify what roles each member will play in winding down the business. Think of this as your business's exit strategy. Having these terms helps ensure that if the business does end, it does so in an orderly and fair manner. This step is all about being responsible to each other and to the business you've built together. By planning ahead, you can avoid a lot of stress and conflict later on. It's a tough conversation to have, sure, but it's better to be prepared. Remember, this is about protecting not just the business, but your relationship with each other. Writing down these dissolution terms makes the process transparent and straightforward. Ultimately, it's about ending things as amicably and fairly as possible, should that day ever come. Step 5. Include a severability clause. Last, but definitely not least, is the severability clause. This might sound complicated, but it's actually pretty straightforward. It means if one part of your operating agreement isn't allowed by law, the rest of it still stands. Think of it like a safety net for your agreement. This clause ensures that a small mistake doesn't invalidate your entire agreement. It's an important protection for your business. Including this clause shows that you're thought of everything, even the unexpected. It's about being thorough and making sure your agreement is as strong as possible. This clause helps maintain the integrity of your operating agreement, ensuring that it continues to guide your business effectively. It's a testament to the care and attention you're putting into setting up your LLC. This is the finishing touch on your operating agreement, making it legally sound. By including a severability clause, you're covering all your bases, ensuring your business is protected. Remember, the goal is to create a document that guides and protects your business, and this clause is a key part of that. Taking the time to include a severability clause is a wise decision that can save a lot of headaches down the line. Creating an LLC operating agreement might sound like a big task, but it's really about laying down the rules for how your business works and protecting everyone involved. It's like setting up a game plan for your team, making sure everyone knows their role, how decisions are made, and what happens if things change. By taking the time to do this right, you're not just following the law, you're building a strong foundation for your business to grow on. So talk it out, write it down, and make sure everyone agrees. This way, you all can focus on making your business the best it can be, knowing that the groundwork is solid and clear. And don't forget that if you would like to get help in creating an operating agreement, I suggest you sign up with Northwest Registered Agent by clicking my affiliate link down in the description of this video. They're professionals and they'll be able to help you out with any legal questions you have. Plus, clicking on my link doesn't cost you anything extra and it helps me support the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time.